There it is. What's up, everybody? This is Ball Card Banter number 7. We have a special guest today, Hugo, Signs of the Pastime. How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Brent? How you doing, guys?
Doing awesome, man.
It's
Doing awesome. We're glad to be back. Shane, how are you doing, buddy? I know you've been under the weather.
Yeah, I think I can hack through it here. If you see me mute, I'll just be coughing in the background, but we should be good. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh man, he's always hard to get a hold of, but now it's been bad. He's been down for a while, so
man.
good to see him feeling better. But here we are, guys. Number 7 on Ball Card Banter. Got a special guest. We're going to be talking about some autographs. So we figured who better to have on than Signs of the Pastime himself, the man that gets more All-Star votes in YouTube than anybody on the planet, Hugo. So this is going to be a heck of a lot of fun. But we always like to start before that with our shout outs. I'll let you go as the honored guest first, Hugo. Who'd you like to shout out?
All right, I'd like to shout out Gannon, JGA59. Gannon is a vintage collector. He started collecting in the '60s and took a break for a couple of decades, and but he's back. He's fairly new. He's put out about 20 videos on YouTube. But yeah, if you love vintage, just love a guy who knows his stuff, loves the game, loves the history of baseball cards, even music. Gannon's your guy, so check him out. JGA59.
Nice, nice. And I'll try to put all the links in once we upload this so y'all can all click and make it easy. Go sub and check out these guys and leave comments and all that for them. How about you, Shane?
So I'm going to shout out Ben over at For the Love of the Hobby this week.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
he's got a great channel. There's so much content out there that even though he's been around for a while and he's got a good number of subs, I'm not sure that a lot of people in the community may know about his channel, but great variety. Like in the last video I watched over there alone, he had like WNBA cards, UFC cards, Negro Leagues cards. I mean, you're going to see something different on almost every video. Great guy, really friendly guy as well, and I think you'll enjoy his content.
Nice, nice. Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm going to go with JP Acrylic Studio. Now, his name is that because he does some art, and that's what he had before. But and he's been a sub and supported my channel almost since the beginning. He's always been a commenter, just a super dude. Well, he finally started making videos. So just less than a month ago, been making baseball card videos and not just about his art. And he's got over 70 subs, I know already. So he's climbing up there. People are knowing about him, but not enough. So JP Acrylic Studio. It's at JP Acrylic Studio 145. I'll leave the link and all that so you can just click on it. But yeah, go check him out. He's a super good dude. He has some epic mail days. He must have got like 50 packages in a day. It's like it's crazy, but he does rips. He does all kinds of stuff. Just loves the hobby, just down to earth guy. I really, really like him and wanted to shout him out on this one. So,
Cool.
okay, so today we're going to be showing 5-ish of our top, not necessarily most expensive or whatever, just 5 autographs from our collection that we enjoy for different reasons. And it could be anything, could be expensive, could be not, but just kind of celebrating that part of the hobby that we don't normally, me and Shane, talk about a whole lot. But of course Hugo does. So, but Hugo, why don't you start with your first one?
All right, first one. I'm gonna start. I got mail day.
Nice.
I've been wanting to open this up. Now this thing took a while to get to me, man. It went through some stuff here. Like it's kind of bent, but so I'm a little worried, but I should be fine. Got this a couple of weeks ago, and it finally arrived. I want to say it was yesterday, day before.
Yeah.
And yeah, so get to open it on air, and it's something that like thanks to you guys, man. You guys just the '90s. I love vintage, but you guys, you have such a diverse collection with the '90s and the modern stuff that I'm going back to when I was a kid, stuff that I really wanted, and it's just now I'm able to get these cards. So this one is one that I wanted since I was it looks good. All right, so this is a Tony Gwynn autograph.
Oh, check it out.
Yeah, it's from the '92 Ultra.
And,
let me get this out of the case here.
Dude, the green marble ruled.
That's it, man. Like I know some people probably don't like the look, and I to be honest, I was never too thrilled about it, but it's Tony Gwynn, you know,
Heck
and it's
yeah.
on card, and you can tell that these are the ones that were. I don't know if these were pack pulled or if they were to the mail. You had to like a redemption, but you know, Fleer. There's a stamp here that says Fleer across it. That's how you know it's the real thing. You know, there's other stamps. If they look different than just the word Fleer, then
Huh.
it's like an after like years later somebody got a hold of a stamp and they were stamping them with like the pyramid Fleer logo.
Oh, really?
So you got to be aware of that. So I've been waiting for one of these, and yeah, this not the greatest pose because he's on the bases, but on the back it mentions that Ozzie Smith compared him to the Michael Jordan of baseball. So that was pretty cool. Being he was drafted into the NBA, so he does have a basketball background. And I never thought of Tony Gwynn as like the Michael Jordan of baseball, but I guess that consistency and that greatness just makes sense, to be called that. So I'm glad to add this one from 1992. Yeah, a young
Nice.
Hugo would just salivate, at a card like that. But now, I got
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
It's kind of the perfect pose because he's famous for having an unflattering rookie card base running pose, so it kind of fits,
That's right. This is from the other side,
Yeah, this is not the back end of
Not the back. Right.
the Topps card.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of salivating as a kid, this was one I definitely waited, 35 years for, but no way I can talk autographs without showing that one.
Yeah.
But that thing I mean, just it was a ghost card as a kid. No one ever pulled these things. But last year this came up and it was super clean, and I sold that Otani card to be able to buy it. I still had to put in a couple $100 more, but it's a dream card. You just don't find them nice. But those elites were just impossible, and then the autograph elite, even though it's numbered to 5,000, there is not 5,000 of these out there.
Oh no.
There's just not.
Couple of guys who are no longer with us too and gone too soon, so it makes them even more
Exactly.
special. Yep.
And that's where the cheating comes in, because I got to pair these up. My only TTM ever.
Awesome.
Did it. Just decided to do it in the last year for whatever random reason.
Yeah.
And he was beating cancer at that time, so I wasn't thinking he was going to go back and it was going to come back and all that. So that wasn't my motivation, but I just thought, man, I took that photo in '94. You never know. I'd never done a TTM. I didn't even have expectations of getting it back, honestly, because I don't do this stuff. But I sent it to him. He sent it back.
Yeah.
And of course now he's passed, but I had to just put both of those together because over the last year, super dream card and then TTM on my own photo that I took as a kid. It was too meaningful.
Oh yeah.
So that's my first one.
That's awesome.
You'll be thanking yourself as long as you're in the hobby that you took the time to send that out when you did.
Yeah.
I definitely am. It's just like, I'm so glad I did it.
Yeah. That signature on the elite card looks so crisp too, man.
It's impossible. They're all streaky.
Yeah.
This one is the
Streaky
best
or
I've
faded,
ever seen.
so-
Faded terribly.
That one looks awesome.
Yeah, I've never seen one like it other than some real high grade ones that are super, super expensive. This was not cheap, but I really was glad to be able to get it.
Yeah, and they've gone way up too since his passing. So,
But they normally just don't look good.
no.
So I was just super fortunate to get that one.
Yeah.
Mr. Shane.
My first one, of course, having Hugo on, being a fellow Red Sox fan and former New England native, I had to work a couple Red Sox into the episode. So I've got another one of these baseball heroes autos that I love from 2005. And this is the great Wade Boggs, and just awesome on-card auto.
Yeah.
Numbered to 99. Just love this set. I think I've shown one of these before, but just I can't get enough of these. So figured I had to get a Red Sox card included and had this one handy.
Definitely, yeah,
For
nice.
sure. For sure, yeah. That's such a classic look, that baseball heroes.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had the whole run, but it's super expensive to put that thing together.
It is.
Years ago I was trying, but I've long since given up. But just appreciate the ones I have at this point. But
yeah. I just picked one up like last week or the week before. Paul Molitor finally got one from 2005.
Nice.
So, but yeah, they don't come up that often, the ones that are numbered out of 99. So
yeah,
that's a sweet card.
Those are tough cards, and of course, going all the way back to the old days with Reggie and Ryan and all that. I wish I had all of that, but to get nice ones now, they are.
Oh yeah,
they're pretty
all
high.
comma cards now, basically.
They are. Yeah. Any decent one's a comma card, and I don't have hardly any of those. So
yeah.
All right, we are back to you, Hugo.
All right, so There's no secret that I love the Ted Williams card company.
Yeah,
That,
me too.
that's one that I'm trying to collect. With autographs. But part of the set, there's like some art cards. We love our
Oh
art
yeah,
cards. All
yeah.
fans of Reindeer Studios. But this guy here is Gene Locklear. He was the artist for these cards in the Ted Williams card company. Now, Gene Locklear, some people might be familiar with him. He was a former ball player. So that's
Ah,
there on his 76 Topps card with his
cool.
autograph. So I had a couple of those, but this one he signed over his face. So I want to show his handsome good looks, But yeah, just talented guy. He did a lot of work for Ted Williams, and you can find his stuff all over the place. And I missed out on an original, like some of those art cards. They were up on eBay, a couple of them recently, and I missed out on them. And it was like not too expensive too. They went for like $600. I should have
Okay.
pulled the trigger on it, but yeah. So Gene Locklear, he's like the Reindeer Studios of Major League Baseball, like just
Wow.
a great artistic guy. So yeah,
Dude, that's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes in and Hugo's already taught me something. I love it. Yep.
Already learning stuff. I love that, man. MLB artist.
Yeah.
That is just super, super cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm kind of cheating again here because this is another 2-for-1 special, but 98 will just always be my favorite summer of my whole entire life. I don't care what we found out later. It doesn't blemish those memories and how fun that was and going to those games and
Yep.
all that kind of stuff. But the images on these when they came out, this is 22 Allen and Ginter Chrome, which they don't even make anymore, but the images were just so cool on these. I went ahead and went all the way for the gold refractor autographs for these just because I wanted to have special. So these are numbered to 50, on the back and that kind of stuff. But I went for the duo. So there they are.
Oh, nice.
So Mac and Sosa. That was him kind of touching his heart, and then Sosa just looking all bad, eh? But really clean, nice autographs, numbered to 50, gold refractors, just beautiful cards. I love the design on this year. And I just said, man, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do both of these things in gold refractors.
Yeah.
And just love them. But
Man.
that's a 2-for-1 special as well, just because I can't show one without the other.
They're linked forever.
They're linked forever. In my mind, it's just I had so much fun just watching everything that season go down. I saw Sammy. I bought tickets real early in the season to one of the last series here in the Astrodome, and he hit number 66 when I was there.
Oh wow!
And he passed up. Mark had 65, so he actually passed him up, and then he hit 5 more in 3 days. But Sammy, one of my favorite guys ever, just brought joy to the game. Just always smiling, loved the fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, that race with those two guys was just, the Mantle Maris kind of thing going on was just epic. And this is kind of the way I wanted to do it. I wanted an auto of both of them, and I just fell in love with these cards when they came out, so that's what I did.
Yeah, I'm with you, Brent. Hindsight's 2020, and everybody loves to criticize. But I was 15 years old that summer, and that was just absolutely epic baseball.
You were looking every single day to see what happened.
Oh yeah,
Sports Center, newspapers. I mean, just
newspapers.
And I remember they just don't do this kind of stuff anymore. But it was such a big deal. I'd be at the Astrodome just watching a random Astros game, and the big screen would be on their at bats whenever they would come up at bat for their teams on a totally different game. I've never seen that before or since at any stadium. But they would stop. They would play their at bats on the big screen and see if they hit a home run. I mean, it was just epic. And going to when they did come to town, going to those games, watching batting practice with Big Mac, the whole thing. Just I got pictures of it. Just the funnest time of my entire life.
Oh yeah, that was the best, man. Didn't McGuire hit it against the Cubs too, 62?
And Sammy was there and got to come celebrate. And of course the Marises were there and all that.
Yeah.
Regardless of what came out later, in the moment that was just epic baseball.
It sure was, man.
All right. Well,
All
I got one just like Hugo's that also came out of the mail today. It worked out
right.
perfectly.
Nice.
All right.
But this is one of the modern types of autographs that I collect more than any other, and it's Archive Signature Series. So most of you probably know this watching, but if you don't, these are the ultimate gamble. It's like a one card box. It has one on card auto that's a buyback that's stamped. I never buy them because you're likely to get somebody you've never heard of or that doesn't fit your collection. But I love searching out certain sets on the secondary market. The biggest of which is 1990 Tops. It was my first true love, first set I ever collected. And this one couldn't be more perfect because it's an Astros player at that. So I got the Mike Scott All
Mike
Star.
Scott, dude.
Nice. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Mr.
figured
Cy Young, 86.
Oh, yeah.
started with a Red Sox card. Had to have an Astros one in here for Brent as well, and couldn't have
Yep.
worked out better hitting the mailbox today. And also, I always loved the All Star cards in 1990. How they
Yes.
kind of harken back to the original 58s with the blue for the NL and the
And the
red for
red.
the AL. So
Yeah.
yeah, just great
Totally.
on card auto.
That
Number to
looks like a good
24.
auto, too. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
these are
nice.
dirt cheap. Like if you were to buy a box of this, it's probably, I don't know, $75, and you'd probably be deflated if you pulled the Mike Scott All Star. But I think I paid like $12 or something like that for this card. So
Yeah.
just for the
Yeah.
nostalgia and memories alone, as a lover of 1990 Tops, you can't beat that,
You can't beat that. He's still the only no hitter to clinch a division. Just amazing,
right?
amazing story.
Yeah.
And then just he was just a great for us. He's an Astros Hall of Famer, not good enough to be a real Hall of Famer. But for a short period, he was the man. So him
Yeah.
and Ryan was a 1-2 punch for sure. But that's an awesome card. I mean, that looks super cool, and that will tie into one of my appreciating five. Actually, my
Nice,
first one. So
perfect.
that's super
Oh,
cool.
very cool.
So what do we got? Number 3, Hugo.
All right. Well, I've been teasing this for a little while, and I can't wait anymore. This is got a world premiere right here on BALLCARD Banter. The Killer Bees BALLCARD Banter Buyback Binder. All right. So
Yeah,
this is the
yeah.
Blame It on the Shane
Oh yeah.
binder. So you got Brent and me, Milli Vanilli style.
There it is.
That's the
That
cover
is-
of the binder, and it's filled with you guessed it,
That's epic.
buybacks. It's just got a ton of buyback. Shane reached out and let me know that this Mudcat Grant was available, that this Charlie D's was available. He gifted me this. I mean, it's got Shane's fingerprints all over this. It's just buybacks. I mean, most of this is from Shane himself. Like a ton of the Red Sox there in the back there. It's just from Shane. But so I've been wanting to show that for a while. It's an awesome
That's
binder.
epic.
I'm gonna fill that up. But I'm just thrilled that I picked this one up recently, and it's a really special one. I have a parrot that I named after Mark Friedrich.
Friedrich, yeah.
I had a contest for it, and Friedrich is his name. But I found a Mark Friedrich rookie with the buyback
Wow.
logo there. So been looking
Dude, I
for this
would've
for a
bought
while, and this one is just so beautiful. It's just the way Shane likes it, miscut and everything. You can see the next card up here, and it's not the greatest condition, but this is the only time I don't care. Well, autographs and buybacks, I don't care about condition.
Dude, 100% with you.
Yeah.
Buybacks is the one time condition does not matter to me because condition does matter to me. I'm just one of those guys.
Me too.
But that thing
Yeah.
is, if I would love to have a buyback rookie of Friedrich.
Man, it's just
Same.
awesome. Coolest guy I think that ever played baseball. It's just a cool character, and I love collecting Friedrich, and so that's a special one that I was able to add.
Dude.
Thanks to Shane.
That's a winner. And
Yeah.
they're such unicorns. Like, I have been buying buybacks for over 10 years, and I have never seen that card in buyback format. That might be the only one that exists.
Oh man,
You know.
I love it even more.
Like, no kidding, man. All right, what do we got here? Okay. As far as autographs go, can't get much better than this. Still can't believe I got it. But this is the 2004 Donruss playoff, the private signings gold. It's just such a beautiful card.
Man,
Such a beautiful card. And it's got the silver sticker, which is way better than the clear ones. These are meant to take ink, and this is just a 10 out of 10 autograph. speaking of 10 out of 10, this is number 10 of 10.
Awesome.
So there was only 10 of these made. And you just didn't pull stuff like this back in the day. You know, people are pulling autographs all the time now and all this kind of stuff. But when they put 10 of something in packs and it was a Nolan Ryan autograph, that's impossible.
Man.
And I just love the cityscape in the background. It's just a beautiful card to me.
Man.
I love how they built in some shine onto the actual sticker itself too.
Yes.
That's sharp.
It's got the silver sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like
just
that's made for autographs, man.
And
it's,
the gold holofoil. Yeah, this is way better than that clear stuff they're doing now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When they make a spot for it, and I'll show some coming up, and they make a right spot for it, and the sticker's not crooked and all that, I can deal with it. But sometimes those clear stickers are just not in a good spot, and they're not put on right. But this one was just perfect.
Man.
But I just love that card. That's a ultimate autograph.
Man, talk about being in the right collection, man.
It's,
right.
Exactly.
And it was another one of those weird lucky things. You know, it came up, had a decent price, or it went off at a weird time. Whatever it was, just lucked into. Normally, you just couldn't get something like that. Or I'd sold some cards and had the money in there at the time. I forget what it was, but it's not something normally I'd buy. But it was just like, man, I'll never see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So awesome. All right, so for my next one, I'm going to stick with the Archive Signature Series theme for one more card, because there is a second set that I do collect, which is much more difficult, and it's the Topps Kids release from 1992. So I love this. This came out when I was like, I think 9 years old, so I was like right in the age demographic for these. Loved them as a kid, and so I've been looking for these autographs as well from Archive Signature Series, but they're really tough. Like they're almost always numbered below 10, very hard to find. And I was able to add another one recently. That is Paul O'Neill. Now it's going to be hard to see. His autograph is kind of buried, like in the bench here.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
so it's going to be tough to see it on video. But yeah, same logic as the 1990 Topps. This is just like a fun, challenging way to collect a set that really doesn't have a challenge element to it. Like, you could go buy a complete set of these for $5 probably on eBay. But this card is numbered to 5, hard signed, and just really difficult to come by. So this one popped up recently on eBay, and I snatched it.
All right, now back to Hugo, number 4.
All right, so real quick, back to number 3 on Fidrich. Being that we're doing a lot of autos, I forgot to show my Mark Fidrich auto.
Oh,
the one from the Sports Illustrated magazine.
Yes.
There, and he, he described it the bird, and I just thought that was cool because Brent sent me these, these from
the
1993, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Yeah, the nicknames. So I love that nickname set. Got the big hurt there in the front. So I love the nickname the bird. Favorite. So I want to go back to that one real quick and talk about that. But all right, so number 4. All right, being
That's
that
awesome.
I love everything baseball, man. I can't get enough of it. I watch baseball movies all the time, almost every night going to sleep. I put on a baseball movie because I just get, nostalgic about it.
I love it.
Sleep. So, I have like a collection of, like the Bad News Bears and autographs from all the characters in the movie. I have most except Kevin Costner and Susan Sarandon, but I have, the guys from Bull Durham. So anyway, there was a movie about 10 years ago, so 10, 11 years ago, called $1 Million Arm. All right, so the movie is about a guy who, like an agent who's thirsty, he's hungry for talent, right? And he doesn't have any clients, so he figures that India is an untapped market, so he goes to India looking for guys that could probably pitch in Major League Baseball, because they play cricket there. It's a huge sport, and cricket's been talked about a lot recently. When we had the London series from Major League Baseball, they had some cricket guys on there talking, the similarities between the two sports. So anyway, these two guys are the guys who won the $1 Million Arm contest from, that would come to America and sign a contract with the Pirates. And it's two Indian players here. And it's Dinesh Patel is one of them. This is his 2009 Bowman Chrome refractor. Number out of 250.
X-Fractor.
Yeah, X-Fractor, right? Out of 250. And then his teammate, Rinku Singh. So both number out of 250. And, again, stuff that I know you guys love, and
Love
the
it.
number stuff, and again, the tie into pop culture, baseball history. The first two guys from India to sign contracts. Now, what's interesting is this guy here, Rinku Singh. He stuck around, and he didn't make, these guys didn't make it in baseball, but he tried out for WWE. And so that's Rinku Singh right there.
What?
He's like a very intimidating figure. He looks like a tough dude. So I've just pictured if this guy ever made it to the big leagues, man, throwing that heat, it would have been something, But he hasn't really made it, caught on with the WWE. He's still training. He's like in the minor leagues, so maybe you'll see him someday. But his name is Veer Mahan. But that's the same guy right there.
Wow.
So yeah. So just baseball and pop culture, and just interesting facts. Just cards I have in my collection that have that Hollywood tie-in, and just baseball history as well. And again, cool cards. So
Baseball movie, baseball history. We're learning more stuff, Shane.
You just blew my. When you're describing the movie, I thought you were talking about a fictional movie, and then you just hold up the two autograph
it's the real
cards.
deal. Yeah, I didn't go too much into detail, but yeah, unfortunately they never made it. But it was a clever thing to do, really. These guys, if you watch, cricket, I mean, they're like throwing that ball. They're throwing 90-mile-an-hour heaters, and that's what these guys were doing. 90-mile-an-hour, fastballs. Not having never played baseball, so it's a pretty cool story. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
sure we'll see an Indian player someday in the big leagues. So
Dude, that is super cool.
yeah.
I literally had no idea about that story.
Oh yeah, all right, cool.
That is so super awesome. All right, number 4. All right, I have to show this one again. 1 of 1. But Reggie, of course, growing up with my friend Matthew, which we were collecting cards from the beginning when I started in 90. And so that's a big part of my story. But around that same time, we would watch The Naked Gun. His dad had made us a clean copy of that movie on VHS, and we just absolutely watched it all the time. And of course, Reggie with the Angels was in the movie. His task was killing the Queen, and he had to get programmed, and they would flip the switch, and it'd make his brain switch where he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But when he did this card, this 1 of 1, but Reggie Jackson, I must kill the Queen.
Oh man.
And it's written in his hand.
Oh man.
Just like when I saw this, they did make 1 of 1s of 3 or 4 different colors. So there are other ones in different colors, but this is a 1 of 1 that's this color. But still, there's only a handful, period.
Man.
But for Reggie Jackson and the Angels and the Naked Gun movie and baseball, it all ties in.
Man.
That some of those baseball scenes were so hilarious in that movie.
Oh yeah. Leslie, man, just
it
killed
just-
the movie.
He just killed it. That was just so awesome as a kid.
Enrico
So when
Palazzo.
Enrico Palazzo, I have that shirt too. So, but yeah, there's just so many memories tied into this from so many different angles. When I saw this existed a year or 2 ago, whatever it was, I'm just like, man, I have to. This was not cheap, but I'm like, I have to absolutely buy that thing. It's worth every penny. I was telling Hugo the other day there was a Canseco, a new one that he wrote on there, Jose Canseco, and then he wrote, "I love everybody but A-Rod." I wanted to buy it so bad, but
I love it. Oh man, I wish I could have that card, but I don't know if I could pay that much for it.
I know. Another one
but
came
it's really
up for
one of a
auction.
kind. It's so cool,
It's just stuff like that cracks me up. Like, before he passed, Pete Rose did a whole bunch of baseballs. Said, "I'm sorry, I bet on baseball," and then signed it. And he signed a couple of them. "I'm sorry, I shot JFK." I wanted one of those so bad. It just cracks me up, man. But yeah, some of that stuff just gets too pricey. But that was number 4 for me.
Awesome.
All right, so I know typically we try to stick to baseball here, being ball card banter, but being a hockey fan, I sometimes sneak one in every once in a while. And I think regardless of whether you're a hockey fan, just the story behind this autograph can resonate with anybody, just in life, not even sports. But this is an autograph of a player called Norman Levillier. And if you haven't heard of him, he was a number 1 draft pick for the Boston Bruins back in 1980. And he broke in as a 19-year-old and had a killer rookie season, like unbelievable. He looked like he was destined for stardom. he was going to live up to his first round potential, and he was going to be, right there with Ray Bork and Bobby Orr as somebody that the fans like adored. And at the very beginning of his second season, when he was 19 years old, he suffered a brain aneurysm during play,
Oh man.
during a game at the TD Garden. Skated off, was rushed, to the hospital. He ended up in a coma. Had for weeks. He had surgery, and there was a fear that he wouldn't survive or even walk again. Unfortunately, it did end his hockey career. He was never able to play another game. So that one rookie season kind of stands alone as far as pro sports. But he was able to regain the ability to walk, and even though he was somewhat immobile, he really became like an inspirational force for the Bruins. And there's a great video clip. If I remember, I'll text you the link, Brent, so you can put it in the description. But about 15 years later, when they closed the old Boston Garden, they did a big ceremony where they had all the former Bruins players come back and kind of skate a lap around the ice for the fans so everybody could appreciate them and cheer. And nobody knew it was going to happen, but this guy stepped out. He could barely walk, and he held on to a hockey stick, and Ray Bork skated backwards and skated him in a circle around the rink. And there was not a dry eye in that place. Like, out of the 30,000 people that were in there, everybody was just clapping and bawling. And it's one of my favorite moments in sports. And many years later, Panini included some on-card autographs that he did, and I just think it's such a special card. Obviously, with his health challenges, the auto is, really kind of all over the place. But just the fact that he got a card like this and was able to sit down and sign this and feel that appreciation and love, I just think the story behind this one is really, really special. So Normand Leveillé was his name.
Wow. Were you watching that at the time?
Yes, I did the ceremony. When he had his incident, I hadn't been born yet, but the closing ceremony was. It's just one of those moments, like the Lou Gehrig speech in baseball or something like that. That, like I said, there was not a dry eye in the whole Boston Garden.
Oh wow!
Wow, that's insane,
man.
I didn't know that story either.
No. Yeah, it's one of those ultimate what could have been, stories. But
yeah,
wow, man, that's pretty awesome. All right, number 5 for Hugo.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the Ted Williams Card Company.
I love it.
All right, so the thing is, the challenge with that set is some guys passed before the set came out. One of those guys was James Cool Papa Bell, and he was featured in the Negro League subset. And I did. I made one of these recently, a cut auto. I got what do you call it? Index card that was certified, and I cut it out and added that to the card. There it is. It's got the sticker in the back, and I made this at home, my own custom card, and it's kind of set off that creative part of me, continuing doing cut autos. So my most recent one is this Luke Appling. I had a index card, and the autograph's huge, so I cut out like the whole side of the card, but if it just fit,
perfect.
And again, Luke Appling, he passed before the set came out, so can't get his autograph on card. So I just did a cut auto, and I think it came out pretty good. You can still see his stance. It's still got his name on the bottom there, the Ted Williams logo, and so it's just another element to my collecting experience. Doing these cut autos, getting creative with it, and just one at a time. Trying to get this set completed. There's going to be some major challenges ahead, but things like this, the index card cost me nothing but like $5-6, and to put it on a card like this, it just gives it new life, and just that more of a special touch. There were some guys that were still alive, like Leon Day in the Negro Leagues. I recommend everyone pick up this card when it comes available. And there's actually a stamp right in the middle of the card with the Ted Williams logo on it that shows you that this was pack pulled. So again, it shows that Ted Williams Card Company was a little bit ahead of its time, with
it was.
And putting like a guy like this, Leon Day, a Negro Leaguer, on not only in the set, but then his autograph in packs. So just wanted to shout out that set some more.
Yeah, those cut autos are just beyond cool. That's like the ultimate thinking outside the box and enjoying the hobby. I love it.
I know. I've wanted to do that so long, and when I saw that video of him doing that, I'm like, man, that is just so killer. I've got to do something like that at some point. That's just it
Yeah.
just comes out so well, and it's the only way to do that kind of thing. You're not going to have autographs with some of these guys, so
Yeah.
it's just super
It's
cool.
fun.
But
It's fun. Yeah.
so number 5, I mean, there's no way I just couldn't do it, but there's no there's no way I couldn't do it. But the Nolan Ryan emanating 1 of 1 iridescence is the ultimate autograph for me. I
Man.
mean, it's a 1 of 1. It's him. He's in the perfect jersey. It's a absolutely ridiculous perfect autograph. Just, of course, I'm somehow synonymous with Shine now, so it's like perfect for me. I have a lot of not shiny stuff, but that's people say they got to wear sunglasses to watch my videos and stuff, so this
Cool though.
goes perfectly along with that. But yeah, only one of these on the planet, that blue signature. All the other ones were black, and this is the only one that shines like this. So it's just
Nice.
it's too perfect. It has to be the number 1 autograph in my collection.
Man.
I can't imagine anything beating it. The only thing sentimentally, of course, is that Bagwell that I got in his rookie year, that kind of thing that you can't replace that. But just as far as something I bought, this thing is just like the ultimate autograph for me. So I couldn't leave it off.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hugo, you teed me up nicely for my last one here because you're
right.
definitely one of the channels out there that really motivated my kind of pursuit of collecting the Negro Leagues and learning more about those players.
Mhm.
And I would have to say, if I took nostalgia out of it, like Brent just did, and just looked objectively across my collection, like what is the most meaningful autograph or collection that I have, I think it would be these. And I just got the last one in that I needed. So this is
Nice. Awesome.
2009 Allen and Ginter. This is Milito Navarro or Milito
Nice.
Navarro.
Yeah.
So he was a player from Puerto Rico, and he
Yeah.
played in the Negro Leagues all the way back in the 1920s.
Man.
And so when he signed this card for Topps, this is an on-card pack issued autograph from 2009. He would have been over 100 years old at the time that he signed this card. In fact, he was the oldest living professional baseball player, period, at the time.
Wow.
And this is one of, they did 17 subjects from 2007 through 2010, Allen and Ginter, that were former Negro League players. And this is the 17th one. I finally completed the collection, got all 17. And I just, again, these are probably like maybe the most special cards that I own. And I'm just really proud to have completed that collection. It took me 3 or 4 years to put them all together, but super cool card.
I can't believe you finished it. That's sick.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. That's
And I mean, just thinking, I've said it before, but just thinking about how those guys must have felt, not getting the recognition in their prime, but then all these years later as elderly guys, finally getting a baseball card and putting an autograph out there. It's so special when you think about that.
Way later.
Man,
Yeah,
I was just telling my wife about that autograph today, Shane. Because
No way.
Yeah, I just got some in the mail. I wasn't gonna show it, but I think I might later on in this video. It's something with that guy Navarro that I just got in the mail. Yeah, just yesterday. I just left feedback today for someone in Puerto Rico, and it had to do with that guy Navarro, Emilio Navarro. So I'll probably show it later on then.
Awesome.
You have it there?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Dude, you got to show it now.
All right, so this came from Puerto Rico just yesterday. Like I said, I left feedback today, right? And it's something that popped up, and it was just like random stuff, right? About Emilio Navarro, Miguelito, And when I'm looking through the photos, I realized that one of the things is autographed, and his autograph's not cheap. He's very expensive, but basically it's like this. It's from Puerto Rico, the Hall of Fame in Puerto Rico, and it's like his biography. There's Milito.
Oh man!
Wow. His biography in Spanish, and it's like, I mean, when you go through it, it talks all about his time in the Negro Leagues, all these different photos.
Wow.
Really cool stuff, So I was looking through that. My wife was reading there's a poem in here that the lady I bought it from was like really good friends with him. And, there's like a poem about him that's really cool. That wasn't the great thing, like there's like different ephemera and stuff, like envelopes that honor him in the Puerto Rican Hall of Fame. And it has some photos these are originals, him throwing out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium,
Wow.
which I know you love that, Shane. I mean, Brent.
This is crazy.
There he is on the big screen. There he is walking with Pudge and Posada.
Yeah.
And then he was actually drafted. They had that draft, an honorary draft, I think like 2008, I want to say.
Right.
Or the Negro Leaguers, right? That weren't drafted. And so there he is getting drafted. And then this little slip here that talks about his career, right on the bottom, this guy's autograph. So I was like, man, like I don't have his autograph. It's very expensive, hard to find. But right on the bottom, and this stuff was cheap. It came to me from Puerto Rico for less than $20.
Oh man.
So yeah, and I just stumbled upon it and I said, I got to get this, man.
Dude, what are the odds?
Put it on the
that is impossible.
Yeah, on the listing, they didn't even mention the autograph, So, and it's legit. So
that's legit.
That's insane. And I told my wife, I was like, man, there's an autograph of him and Allen and Ginter, and Shane's got it. And it's super hard to find, and it's very expensive. So
we do not discuss these lists ahead of time, I swear. So that is just the ultimate coincidence.
They're just sitting there. And I wasn't going to bring it up, but I was like, hey, you brought it up. I was like, yeah, I might mention it later.
Y'all are 100% conspiring without me. There's no. That is the most obscure player in the history of the world.
Isn't it?
Y'all both just got something of him autographed.
Yeah,
you just made me appreciate my own card 10 times more than I did 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So thank you, Hugo.
Well, the guy, man, he's a legend. And in Puerto Rico, like they call him the ultimate professional ball player, and a lot of guys look up to him. There's like a training facility named after him, a big park in Ponce, Puerto Rico, like named after him. Like he's a big deal, And yeah, he lived to be 105 years old. I want to say he was up there, and so pretty cool that he was able to be honored this way before he passed, So really cool stuff. So yeah, that autograph super special, Shane. I'm telling you.
That whole package right there is right up my alley. And talk about a good price. I mean,
good price, man. I just stumbled upon it. You
just run into something like that with the photos and everything. It's just too perfect.
Yeah,
that's the pinnacle of collecting to me, is those kind of things.
Honestly, we could not have closed out the autograph segment of this any better than we just did. Like, unbelievable.
Yep. Gosh, that is just completely insane. Man, that's cool. That's cool.
I mean, fun, man.
Honestly, when Shane was talking about putting his set together, I didn't think you'd find them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they are not easy. It took a long time. I think the print run on some of them is acknowledged to be 200, believe it or not, but you just don't see them all that often. So
no, they don't come up at all. None of the players. It's very rare that they come up. Yeah, so
I haven't seen hardly any. And when I've looked, and I just didn't think you'd be able to finish that set. So that's super awesome. I don't think anyone else is going to be able to duplicate that.
No, they're special cards for sure. So
man, that's insane. A couple other things. Of course, we have Hugo with us. I have to talk about Jose San Francisco, aka Jose Canseco. But last year when we had that home run derby of his come here, and I got one of only 2 balls that they threw that he signed.
Oh man,
Jose Canseco, 33, 40. He wrote 40-40.
Oh, sweet.
And his handler just handed these to him out on the field. He was way away from the crowd, but they handed 2 of these because he was going to hit softballs and everybody else was going to hit baseballs.
Yeah.
And he did not win, but still, it was a fun night. But yeah, he had handed him 2 of these. He signed both of them and he tossed them up in the crowd. I was the right place, the right time.
No way.
And of course, we were only there for him. I mean, this is the guy we came to see. And he didn't, stay at the sidelines and sign for people. He didn't do any of that stuff. This is the only way. And it was one of the softballs he was going to hit that night. And only 2 of them, and I got one of them. So since Hugo is here, he actually got the forearm bash Jose, and it gave him super strength. Now he's breaking metal bats on camera. I don't know what's happening with that.
Bash brother now, man. I'm living up to
This guy is insane. I got to show one other thing here. So I've been going through these old sporting news, and this is from 1966, but it's got this article here about Red Murph, and it's talking about him and this guy being scouts back in '66 and hooking up with teams to try to develop some of these players that they talk about in this article. But that's Red Murph right there. But that is the scout that at that exact time discovered Nolan Ryan,
Huh.
and there's his autograph that I got in person.
Oh man.
And he's been deceased for a long time. But that I have a letter from him somewhere. I've talked about it before, but there's some box that got lost somewhere in one of the moves. Something, who knows? But it's literally a letter to me from Red Murph on Nolan Ryan's 50th birthday.
Oh,
Dear Brent, just this whole thing, and he signed it. It was the greatest thing. I don't know if I still have it, but I still have this one I got at the banquet. But I ran into that article the other day, and when I was looking through that, and I'm like, man, that's just too cool. I gotta at least talk about that. But yeah, that's the man that discovered Nolan and got his autograph well before he passed. But he's been gone a while now. But I've talked about that rookie card of Upper Deck of Jeff Bagwell from '91 that I got autographed in person in his rookie year. That can't be replaced just because that's the one that I got in person. I mean, no one else was even around. He saw me. I was above the dugout and just standing there, just kind of scared, with my Sharpie and my card, and he saw me, and he didn't act like he did, but he came over and got a drink of water out of the dugout there, and then I must have asked him. I don't remember what I said, but must have asked him to sign my card. He did. Went back on the field. That was it.
Yeah.
But who knew what he would become?
Yeah.
But he was well on his way to rookie of the year at that point. So we at least knew we would have our first rookie of the year in '91. But I've showed that before. But this other thing I have not shown. But so, and I don't remember why I didn't or couldn't go. But that Tomball, the rookies card shop, which is one of the ones we frequented, it wasn't too far from us, 20-minute ride or something. My dad would take me over there. That's the one where I got that Ripken 82 traded from the pitcher that I told the story the other day. But this is the other story about that shop. So Jeff Bagwell, he got to make his first ever poster. So he wasn't famous yet, wasn't having MLB posters or anything like that. He was just a kid, just started with us. I don't know what he paid Jeff, but he got some posters printed for his card shop. So he's the only one that could sell them, all that kind of stuff. And then there was an event to kick these things off, and he brought Jeff Bagwell to the shop to sign. I didn't go, but I don't remember why. I can't remember why. But Matthew, who I always talk about, and Keith, our other friend, that we kind of all collected together, those two went. And it turned out to be like the greatest thing ever. Jeff pulled him back behind the table. He had his arms around him, taking pictures, and like they're getting autographs. And like, oh man, I was like, I was going to die. But that was Jeff Bagwell's first ever poster, way before any licensed poster or anything like that. But he basically borrowed everything from this guy. Like in this thing, you'll see he's borrowed the shop owner's son's boots because they made him up like a cowboy. So he's got the cowboy hat, which is probably borrowed from him. And this shirt, you're going to love this shirt. But then the boots were his son's, is just like, and he signed a bunch of bats. So they put it in the poster because he signed bats for them. But this thing is just too awesome.
Man, I'm like
So
giddy over here.
so 30 years pass, and I just been looking for this poster. Like, how do you find an obscure tiny town, back in 1991 baseball card shop poster? It's just not out there. It's just impossible. So I've had it on save searches. I've looked everywhere, searching just Bagwell poster, looking through everything you can imagine. And a few years ago, sure enough, I just had to do a double take, and there one was. And it was one of the original autograph ones from that first day that Bagwell came to autograph that I missed the day. Then I didn't get to go. So I'm like, so this isn't an in-person autograph, but it has a huge story around it because I wish I was there. My buddies were there getting pictures with them, getting autographs and all that. But the guy that was selling this on eBay, his friend was at that event. So I don't know who it was, but that guy wanted to sell this. And so he had his friend who must use eBay, and he didn't use eBay, put it up for sale. So I'm like, I looked at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, there it is. I've looked for 30 years for this dang poster, and I framed it up, but
oh man.
But here it is, man. This is the poster from the Tomball Rookies card.
Oh, dude. Oh man.
Check that thing out, dude.
Look at that. He's got the Mariano Rivera fit.
He's got,
right?
There's the boots. He borrowed those boots. He's standing in this guy's backyard. They
oh
took
wow.
the he went to his house. And
Man.
he just stood there. There's the bats he signed for them.
Oh
And he's
man.
got he had this shirt, probably borrowed the hat from him, I think, and I think it was his son's boots. I mean, I'm
Awesome.
probably the only person on the planet that even knows this story because
Man.
I because I used to go to the shop and I would talk to him about it. And I
Man.
think I was so bitter back then, I never bought the poster. So, he made up whatever, a few hundred, whatever it was, of this poster that would stay in his shop, unsigned. Just I never bought it because it made me feel so bad that I didn't go that day. But 30 years later, and you can see this is my arm. This signature is giant.
Man.
It's just, it's just,
And it's so
it's
legible too. You
yeah,
can
it's a
read just
silver Sharpie. And
man.
if you take this back out of course I framed it. You take this back out of here. Of course, there's wrinkles in it and all that kind of stuff. It's not about that, but
Yeah.
just to find that poster again
Man.
from the Tomball rookie shop. This is the first Jeff Bagwell poster ever made when he was nobody. Of course, we stole him from you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way.
I know.
But
I was thinking about that the whole time too. It's like,
that is one of the coolest things ever. 30 years looking for this poster. And then when I finally found one, it's one of the autographed ones from that session that I didn't get to go to.
wild, man.
It's just too awesome.
That is.
So there's no way I could not show that today when we're talking about autograph because I haven't covered that story yet. But when that
Man.
thing popped up on my search, you click on searches that you never get, and you don't even have any hopes up when you click on it because it's always something else.
Yeah.
And I looked at it. Holy cow!
Hey.
And of course, it was pretty cheap because no one needs it like I did. So,
Right. Yeah.
but I knew exactly what it was. I started
Yeah.
messaging the guy, and he's like, "Man, I think my friend was at that event you're talking about." I'm like, "Yes."
Oh,
I mean,
man.
send it to me. So,
Wow.
Love
Yeah,
it.
because
All right.
most people would want Bagwell in his uniform or whatever.
yeah,
Him, with his shirt tucked in and cowboy boots. People are like, all right, but
yeah. And most people wouldn't know the story. They wouldn't even
Yeah.
know this is the first poster ever.
they wouldn't know.
They
Yeah.
don't know about the borrowed boots and all this. I mean,
Man.
he did not own a pair of cowboy boots. I mean, he was just out of the minors,
Yeah. That might be the biggest signature he's ever done.
I think it is. It's literally like that long.
Yeah. Being that he's young and he's excited, he's like, man, I'm signing a poster. My
A
first
poster. He just like,
Yeah.
it's so unique, but literally 30 years looking for that thing.
Wow.
And to
Man.
find one that was autographed from that session was just like, and of course that card shop's been gone for 25 years probably. It's been forever. All those went away back in the day, but
Yeah.
that was, so I have two really special memories from that card shop for sure.
Man.
Okay, here we go, boys. We got competition here.
Oh boy.
So this is
Yeah.
all right. So this is yesterday's Immaculate Grid.
All
Okay.
right.
So what I did, because I'm letting y'all gang up on me here,
All right.
I played it. So I have a screenshot of mine that I played. So there's no cheating or any of that kind of stuff. I'm not going to tell you how I did or whatever, but you got to fill the 9 squares. If you miss, you're screwed. But if you get all 9, that is an Immaculate Grid.
Yep.
But within those answers, the tougher the answer per square, the better.
Mhm.
So if you pick someone super obvious, it's going to have a giant score. This is like golf. You want the lowest score.
Okay.
It's not like baseball
right.
where you want the highest score. So
Like you want
the
obscure players.
the more
like
obscure
obvious.
player you pick, but then if you get too obscure and it's risky and you're just guessing, then it gets tough. That's why I'm letting you gang up on me. So
All
y'all are going to just come up with your answers, and
Okay.
when you have a consensus answer, we'll put it in.
All right.
Which y'all have to
Hugo, I
both
apologize in advance for letting you down here. Yep.
agree.
I was about to do the same, Shane. So we'll see.
The
Hey, two
fir-
brains. We got to figure this out.
The
All right.
first square is someone that played with Seattle and the Angels.
Sean Figgins. I'm
Ooh,
thinking. I mean,
I like that.
that's the first one that came to mind.
Are you guessing or you know for sure?
I'm pretty sure of that one, right? Sean Figgins played.
That's the CHONE, Sean Figgins.
Yep, CHONE. What do you say, Shane?
I can't top that.
Did he play?
You can't
for,
get more
he did-
obscure. That's
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think someone else, but that's like the first name that popped in my brain. But I could be wrong.
I say we go with it.
Go for it.
You going for it?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we go not immaculate on the very first
Oh no.
square. No, you got him. Oh man, he's a popular answer. A
Oh,
super
is he?
popular answer.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
All right.
23%.
Oh,
So he might be the number one answer.
okay.
When someone's
Wow.
that high,
Well, being
he,
that he's the first that popped in my mind, you know, I'm sure there's
so
some reliever, you know, like
yeah.
Right.
play for both.
So a lot of people are like you and knew I didn't know that one. I didn't know him. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you'll laugh at the answer I got for that one.
Oh man.
All right, this one was hard for me because I don't know a lot of the Pirates and stuff, but Pirates and Mariners.
Ooh,
That's a tough one. A player that played for both the Pirates and the Mariners.
wow.
That is brutal. You're gonna you won't even believe the one that I pulled out of my hat on that one.
Man.
And
Pirates and Mariners.
of course it's all eras. You know, I tend to think of 80s and 90s guys.
Yeah, that's what
It's
my mind goes to. 80s,
mhm.
2000s, maybe.
The people that play this a lot are plugging in a lot of these new guys, and I just don't know a lot of that. And of course, there's the super old guys
Yeah.
that you can go to. While you're thinking about that, the Rangers and Angels. Now, there's an obvious answer here, but you
Oh
probably
yeah.
don't. You probably don't want to use that one.
Josh Hamilton played for both.
Oh, that's true.
That's a good one.
That's
Yeah.
better than Ryan for sure.
Oh yeah. Ryan's the obvious one.
Ryan would be obvious.
Yeah. I mean, there's Hamilton. There's
I forgot about
Rangers.
Hamilton with the Angels. Yeah.
Well, there's also that pitcher. What was his name? Not Cole Hamels. That guy signed a big contract a few years ago, but can't remember his name. Left-handed pitcher, I think. Played for both, but
Hey, Hamilton. At least if that keeps you immaculate.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with Hamilton. I'm still
like
stuck
the
on
safe one.
Pirates and Mariners over here. I got
I
nothing.
know, man.
That one killed me, man.
Dude,
All right, let's go
that's
with
tough.
we'll go Josh Hamilton on this one just to make sure you get it. 18%. So
Okay. We may have to leave the Pirates and Mariners for last.
yeah, we may have to.
Wow.
Angels 6+ WAR season.
Angels.
Don't go Trout, trust me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh man, no. Angels 6+ WAR. Man, I would like to say Jim
This is
Edmonds,
fun.
but I'm not sure if he did a 6 WAR season. Because he was at like 50 WAR for his career, right? 50, 60. So
One of
he
the most
probably
underrated players ever.
yeah.
Mike Witt? No.
That's a
I
tough
don't know
one.
if he had a.
I mean,
I-
Mike
I-
Witt, he won 20 games in a year.
That's
so
what I'm wondering if he
that'll
snuck
get you
in there
6
once,
more.
but I don't
he
know.
had that 1 year.
What about Vlad Guerrero Sr.?
Yeah,
He probably had a 6 WAR.
That's a good one.
I would think so.
Yeah. Otani.
Yeah, those two I would leave. I would say
Yeah.
Trout and Otani are going to be
Yeah,
as
Trout
close
and
to
Ohtani,
50% as possible.
I mean, Guerrero might be the safest bet.
Tim
guys
Salmon.
Oh yeah, Tim Salmon's a good one.
Mhm.
Troy Glass. Troy Glass, maybe. No, I don't know. He's kind of
I think Guerrero is a safer bet than like a Tim Salmon or a Mike Witt.
yeah. Maybe Garrett Anderson was up there, but
Oh, that's a good one too.
That's a good one too.
yeah,
You guys are hitting a bunch of them, I'm sure.
man.
What's the consensus that you
I'd
want to put
say
in?
maybe Guerrero might be the safest.
Yeah.
I feel the safest with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to
Definitely
stay
not
alive
Reggie
here.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Not Reggie. I think he was almost washed by then. So
So we're going Vladdy Daddy.
yeah, Daddy.
I'm trying to make sure I don't hit Junior here. Oh, you're not going to like this.
Oh no,
He did not with the Angels.
no, no way.
Hey,
Really?
that means we don't have to answer Pirates Mariners, right?
No, you still got to come up with a score. So
Okay.
if you what you should do is, like he said, you should probably put one in this square and forget that other square because you're going to miss one anyways.
Yeah.
So who of those other guys you want to put in here?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because to leave this one blank and then try to come up with the Pirates one, it's going to be
Right.
pointless.
Man. Oh no.
You said a bunch of good ones, though.
Tim Salmon?
I would
Tim
think.
Salmons, he had some solid seasons and he was a good outfielder. So
Isn't
you would
he
think
still the
he would be-
best? The best player ever that was never an
What
all-star.
about Darren Erstad? He had a monster.
Oh, he was
He's
big time.
got to be on there.
Yeah, because
He
he was a
has to
leadoff
be.
guy. He had a monster season, man.
Yeah,
You want to do Erstad?
I like that. I like
All
that.
right,
right.
cool. Let's do Erstad.
I would think.
Oh man, this is risky.
It ain't as risky as the Pirates though, so
Ooh. That's so tough, man. Pirates and Mariners. Wow.
I did get it, but I'll tell you that.
Crazy.
But the signal on this thing is killing me right now.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll just tell you another one. So
All right.
Mariners played right field. Now this one surprised the crap out of me. There's one obvious answer.
Yeah. The obvious one is Ichiro. Jay
Yeah.
Buhner played right field, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Butch Husky. No, I'm trying to think like really obscure guys. Man. Any other names?
Ooh,
I don't know if I can top.
Erstad,
We might have to go
Erstad,
Buhner.
Erstad was a good answer.
Oh, really?
That
Okay.
was 4%.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
So that was a good answer. We should have gone with that the first time.
Yeah. Man.
All right, so Mariners right field. We got to avoid Ichiro.
Yeah. Man, it's got to be Buhner. Was Alvin Davis a right fielder?
Ooh, I should have thought of that one when I was looking
Yeah.
at this. I will tell you that this was my last square, and I went safe on it because I did not want to not be immaculate.
Yeah.
Everything else, I went for the killer guy.
Yeah.
But this one here, I went easier but I was going to avoid Ichiro at all costs. But this one shocked me like crazy. I'll tell you in a minute once you.
Oh, really? Wow. I don't think Olerud played right field. He was first base.
No.
Yeah, first base.
Yeah, first base all the time.
We may need to default to Buhner.
It's so I know. The funny thing is, we think about Griffey out there in center all those years with different guys. I can't think of the guys that flanked him other than Buhner.
Right.
It's so weird. We should remember.
Griffey was making all the catches, you know?
Yeah. But you'd think all the cards we've looked through and stuff, we'd have something, but I couldn't either. This was my last square, and I had to cheap out on it.
Oh, yeah. Man. I think Buhner might be it.
Buhner just to be safe.
Gotta be the safe one. Ken Phelps, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. I thought about trying because I had a really good grid, and I really tried to think about someone else. But I will tell you, Jay Buhner, here's the weird thing. Yeah. He's the number one answer, not Ichiro.
No way.
So I was racking my brain just to try not to have to put Ichiro in there. And Jay Buhner is 25%. It's a terrible answer.
Wow.
But it was the only one I could think of that I was for sure about. And I was thinking Ichiro was going to be 50% of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But somehow, when you look at the end of this thing, it tells you the number one answers. Jay Buhner is the number one answer.
Crazy.
I don't know what percentage Ichiro would have been, but if y'all would have gone with it, we'd have found out. But yeah, too difficult. All right, Rangers, Pirates. Another not too easy. Actually, I got to figure out. I got to remember who I went with.
Rangers and Pirates.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
We're gonna get roasted by Pirates fans here in the comments.
Man, Gene yelling at the screen.
Right.
Rangers and Pirates. Wow.
I thought of one, but it's obscure as heck. I just have a weird memory.
Ian Kinsler? No, he never played for the Pirates.
I don't think it was a Pirate.
No. I was thinking of some shortstop that played there. Like
I don't know if Seattle Pirates or Texas Rangers Pirates is easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
while you're thinking of that, this will be easy.
Okay.
You could pick different ones, but Pirates 6-4 season.
Ooh, Pirates 6-4.
There's a couple of really, really easy ones, but I don't know if you want
to
got to
avoid Clemente and
Barry,
Stargell. Yeah.
Real, yeah.
Bonds and Clemente, you got to avoid.
Bill Madlock, maybe.
Oh,
Madlock, yeah, he won 4 batting titles. So,
how does
Dave,
batting titles
Dave
work in
Parker
WAR
even,
though?
you know? Oh no, Dave Parker, he had a low career WAR, so
I don't think WAR cares about batting averages much.
yeah. McCutcheon probably had a 6 WAR season.
Oh, okay,
On
but
his MVP.
that has recency bias, so you might want to think about that.
Yeah, that's true. Besides that, like maybe Jason Kendall, you know.
Stargell. That's kind of obvious.
Stargell's
But
probably pretty good.
Yeah,
Since
maybe
there's so many
Bobby
obvious
Bonilla,
ones.
maybe Bonilla had a 6 WAR season.
I actually thought about that, but I thought it was too risky, and I did not try it. Just in case he never hit 6.
Maybe Doug Drabeck, because he had a 20-win season for them.
Yeah,
so.
Cy Young.
Yeah, Cy Young. So could be a 6 WAR season. And then there was that guy.
I thought about using him, but I didn't.
Man, I guess any of those guys seem pretty safe.
What do you think, Shane?
Maybe we try Drabeck. Try to get some points back here.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right,
let's try Drabeck.
Let's do Drabeck. Make sure I don't hit Kyle.
I'm getting the sense Brent's going to be putting a whooping on us here.
Oh man,
I am going to be destroying you. Okay, Drabeck in his Cy Young year did not hit 6 WAR.
No, goodness, come on.
All right. Rangers played right field.
Rangers right field.
There's an easy one, but
Julio Franco? No.
Ruben Sierra maybe played right, either right or left. I would guess.
There's another much more obvious one, but
Pete Incaviglia.
Yeah, I actually thought about him when I was doing it. Pete Incaviglia.
Yeah, Incaviglia. Oh man. Pete O'Brien. No, that was first baseman, I think. Larry Parrish. I'm going really.
Yeah, you're going obscure now.
I think he might have been third base. I don't know. I'm going so old school. There's a guy there like playing right now that's probably a star, and I'm skipping right over him.
Yeah, you don't want to do guys now.
Nelson Cruz, maybe.
Nelson Cruz, yeah. When he was playing the field, he was definitely left or right.
And a lot of people that played left or right did one or the other occasionally.
Yeah.
And you only had to play one game to make this.
Oh man.
I'll say Nelson. I don't have anything beyond Nelson Cruz. I don't know if you got anything, Hugo, but
I actually didn't think of that when I was doing it.
Should be pretty safe. Nelson Cruz.
Go Cruz. Okay.
Yeah.
Rangers played right field. Nelson Cruz. Well, there's 2 Nelson Cruzes, but this would be the
like from 90.
The one that played right field for the Rangers, Brent. Pick that one.
Yeah. There's a 97 to 2003 guy. There's a 2005 to 2023 guy.
I was thinking of the latter.
Yeah, 2023. The 2005 guy, right?
Yep.
Played a long time, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's who you were thinking of. Okay, you got 7%. Not bad.
All right, good.
All right.
7%, not bad. All right, this one should be. This one's easy. It's just a matter of how obscure of a guy can you find to get a good score.
Yeah.
6 WAR, played right field 1 game or more.
Any right fielder?
There's a billion answers here, so there's some that will be a fraction of 1%.
Dwight Evans. That's the first one that comes to mind. He probably had a 6 WAR season because he's up there. He's at like 67 WAR for his career, something like that.
Yeah, something in that.
Wow, I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah. I was making an argument for him the other day.
Maybe we go with that, being Red Sox.
He's a Gold Glover and a good bat, so 6 WAR might be a safe bet. So let's go do it.
So like Dwight Evans?
Yeah. Do it. I'm so biased, man.
2%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Here you go. All right. So you only have one choice left. So I would think that the 6 WAR Pirate would be your best bet instead of trying to figure out Rangers or Mariners Pirates?
Oof.
Yep.
Yeah.
You already missed on Draybeck, which thank God I didn't try that because I almost did.
My goodness.
We were shooting for the stars with that one. Yep.
Yeah. Drayback. Oh my goodness.
He must have been close, but yeah,
Let
not
us
quite.
down. I guess any of the other ones were pretty safe. I mean,
Stargill.
McCutcheon, Stargill.
I would think Kutch is a horrible answer, but Stargill might be a little better. But
because McCutcheon, you know, he won an MVP, so
it's anything recent, people are gonna know a lot better
yeah,
than
you're gonna
the
know.
old
Yeah,
stuff.
you're right. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. Man,
Trying to think, there was a pitcher who had a good. Was it Jeff Robinson or something? That's so obscure, but I think maybe Stargill.
Obscure is great if he did 6'4".
Yeah, I'm not confident enough in that.
boy, it's definitely not Mario Mendoza.
This is true.
The pirate legend, but for the wrong reasons. Man, this is tough. You picked a good one, Brent.
Yeah.
Last time I played this, it was like, I want to say I got it all under a couple of minutes, to be honest. It was like quick. And I was really feeling myself. I'm like, man, I'm killing it, this stuff. But it was all like simple stuff, you know?
It's weird how some of them just hit you and some don't, but
yeah,
you got to have a pretty deep knowledge for some of these, especially the teams. Those are the really hard ones.
Yeah.
But do you want to go with Stargill?
What do you say? Stargill or Bonilla is probably a little obscure, and
I wish
he had a 6-4 season.
You know what? Let's just go with Bonilla. We're gonna lose anyway to Brent,
yeah.
so we might as well try to shoot big here. You know,
you got 2 strikes. You might as well have 3, right?
Oh
yep.
man, well, Stargill was safe, wasn't it? We should probably stay. I don't know.
You want to go safe or you want to go Bonilla?
We're gonna lose either way, so let's go Bonilla. You know?
All right.
Yep.
You guys agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna
strike 3.
I was gonna say make us cry too. Oh man, now I know how Mets fans feel. You know.
Right.
Okay, so there is your grid. The middle 3.
No, pitiful.
The 3 Pirates answers were the problem.
Yeah.
Everything else you got.
Man.
But you got a 378 score. Remember, lower is better.
Yeah.
Brent got like 15.
I know, right?
Yep.
Okay, it wasn't that good, but it was good. Before I show you, though, let's run through my... So, Mariners, Angels.
Yeah.
The greatest Mariner Angel of all time. Ricky Henderson.
Oh, man.
9%.
Wow.
So that Rangers, Angels. It's just the one that came to mind for me other than Nolan Ryan. Bartolo Colon.
Oh, yeah.
That was 5%.
Yeah. Big sexy.
I went with Gloss for Angels 6 WAR. Because I figured I didn't want to go with the big crazy guys. That was 6%.
Oh wow.
Oh, I got Immaculate. I'll just go ahead and tell you. But this is the one that I just was so proud of myself. Mariners Pirates.
Oh no.
Al Martin.
Oh dude, that's right.
2%.
First baseman, right?
And that was the one I was the most scared. I was not going to go Immaculate because with y'all teaming up against me, I thought y'all would be pretty good chance of being Immaculate.
Man.
Here's the crazy one. The Rangers Pirates. Esteban Loaiza.
Oh,
I nailed that one. That was 0.7%.
How did you remember that, man?
It's just the guys from my childhood. It's the guys with the cards we used to collect. Now I went easy but super old on Pirates 6 WAR because I figured it wouldn't be as put in as these other guys. So I went Honus.
Okay.
And I got 6%. So it's still a pretty good answer.
Yep.
Those guys.
I told you the last square already was Jay Buhner at that point, and I went cheap. I thought Ichiro would be way above everybody else.
Yeah.
So I got the 25% on the Buhner just like you guys did. So that ruined my whole score. I would have had a killer score if it wasn't for that one. The Rangers played right field. I did go with Ruben Sierra.
Okay.
You mentioned him. That's who I went with, and that was 3%.
Okay.
So pretty good. By far my best answer on the board. Not even close, was 6+ WAR right field because you could go with just anybody ever. And there was one guy that had a ridiculous year here when we opened this park, had 44 home runs. Just went insane.
I know where you're going.
Do you know
Richard Hidalgo?
Richard Hidalgo.
Dude, hey,
So
you
I'm
know what's
like,
crazy?
he
My
played
father-in-law
right.
used to ride horses with him. That's
No
so
way.
crazy. Yeah, he's like, hey, do you know Richard Hidalgo? I'm like, yeah. You just hit 40 home runs for the Astros. And he's like, yeah, I just rode horses with them. And I'm like, what?
When we opened this park in
Crazy.
2000, he hit 44. So I'm like, he had to have a 6 WAR, plus he played right field. That was 0.1%. 0.1%.
Oh, man. Dude.
So you guys got, so I had a 57.
Oh, my goodness.
So
We got smoked. Yep.
Ouch.
So 57 to 378.
Hey.
Okay, but that was a heck of a lot of fun, though. That was awesome.
Yeah, fun for you.
I love it.
We got a butts kick, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Red Sox fans, we normally know our stuff. You know what I mean?
We got to have a rematch. I know. And I thought about finding a grid with the Red Sox square on it, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to just tee this up for you guys.
Oh, man.
So I went with no Astros, no Red Sox, no nothing. But
yeah,
the
I
Pirates
had a feeling we'd get killed, and we did not disappoint.
I know.
Dude, this is going to be one of the most entertaining segments of all
Crash and
time.
burn really bad. That was good. 3 strikes. Wow.
I love it. We'll have to have a rematch sometime. This is too fun.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got our appreciating our collection segment where we just show 5 random cards for any reason that we like that we want to show. Literally could be anything. Why don't you start us off, Hugo?
All right. Well, being you talked about Bagwell, I'm going to show a autograph piece instead of like just a card.
Okay.
You know, Bagwell, when he was in the Red Sox system, he played for New Britain before he went to Houston. His next stop was going to be Pawtucket. So I got this Pawtucket Red Sox. This is the 1993 team signed Dunkin' Donuts issue.
Wow.
Everybody's signed on here. Some to point out. You got Rick Wise right there. Shane,
Nice.
I know you appreciate Rick Wise. He went off his card and went on to this other player's card, but it's all right. It's Rick Wise. You know, he can do whatever he wants. But there's no really big names on here. Aaron Seeley's on the corner here. But I got the whole team, you know, which this was quite the task for a young teenage guy, you know, going around. And back then it was just black Sharpie. Blue Sharpie wasn't the big thing yet.
Yeah.
So it's all in black Sharpie. And I just hunted down each guy that came out of Pawtucket, McCoy Stadium in Pawtucket. That no longer exists, unfortunately. But I had to show that piece because now this is even more of a special relic, you know, being that I got it there in '93 at McCoy Stadium. So I probably would have seen Bagwell at some point.
Yeah.
If he had stayed with the Red Sox, but that's just a special piece for me. You know, the ties to. I was always at the ballpark. Almost every time they had a game, I was there getting autographs. I was
lucky dog.
Autograph hunters, you know. So yeah, so that's a special piece. I wanted to show that one.
Signs the amount of legwork that went into that is impressive. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, man. It was every night. Just I need, you know, Joe Caruso. It's like who?
You got every single guy though. That's awesome. That is signs of the pastime right there. Do you remember what the last one you needed was?
It was Aaron Seeley.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a tough one because he was going to be the next big thing. You know,
big thing.
Next Clemens for the Red Sox. So it was like right before he got called up. I got him gone. You know, so
your one chance.
I did it. You know, and he just kind of scribbled it, but it looks fine. You know, and it's like I think he used somebody else's Sharpie because it's really faded. It's the only one that's faded. So I think he used, from what I remember, somebody else's Sharpie because he was in a hurry, and you know. But I got it. So,
dude, that's what counts.
Yeah.
All right, since we're in a trivia kind of mood here, now we all know Pete Rose had the most at-bats and all that kind of stuff. Who had the most pitching appearances in Major League history?
Man, I was going to say Kent Tekulve, but that was at one point. There's somebody else that beat him. Most pitching would be... Oh, I got it. Jesse Orosco.
Bingo.
All right.
Nice. Got it. You got it. So his rookie card in 80. The reason I have this card, and it's a callback to what Shane was talking about earlier, was it's a Mike Scott rookie card.
Oh, sweet.
But Orozco right there in the middle. So when I was thinking about this, who had the most appearances thing, and I just blanked on it for a second, so I looked up for Roscoe's rookie, and it was the Mike Scott rookie, so I didn't have to buy one.
Man.
So I was like, there it is. I just pulled it. But yeah, so 2 different reasons to own this card: for a weird record that nobody knows,
Yeah.
and then Mike Scott,
Nobody
my
except
guy.
Hugo. That is.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
could have used him on the grid, you know. Maybe he
I
was.
know we needed him. We
He
needed
played,
him.
he played for a lot of teams, man. So, man.
All right. My first one's pretty quicker. I had one other spillover autograph card that didn't fill in my or fit in my top 5, and it's a 90 tops auto, and it's probably the most well known or arguably the most well known card from the set. But it's
Oh yeah.
the Frank Thomas rookie card. Haven't been able to find this one in Archive Signature Series yet, but I do have this Beckett authenticated auto, and
Yeah.
even though the inscription is nothing compared to the bird or your Reggie Jackson inscription,
No,
he
I
did
like it.
sign it with Hall of Fame 2014, which is
Hall of Fame
kind
2014,
of cool.
hard
So.
signed
Good.
auto.
Good inscription. You don't see it that often, actually, with Thomas.
No, most of these are just his name, so I thought that one was kind of cool. So.
Yeah, and in recent years, he's going super fast. Every single one of his autos is streaky and terrible.
Oh
So
man.
to have one that looks like that, that's because once the card companies changed everything and they have to sign 1 trillion times,
Yeah.
it's just ruined everything.
Yeah.
Matt, it's rare. Nolan Ryan's getting a little squiggly now that he's getting older, but he's kept just a perfect autograph all this time. But most people just start rushing everything.
Yeah.
And Thomas has always got the streak when he comes across. So
Yeah.
I've been looking for certain autographs of him, and I just don't buy them.
Yeah, his early '90s stuff is more legible, and he took
Yeah.
his time. But it's more obscure stuff. Like, yeah, I think he's got one in Leaf or something, and then there's another one where he's like in the tux, and it's signed on the back, but at least it's legible, So
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Hugo, number 2.
All right, number 2. All right, so I kind of went backwards, and I was the other way around. I was leaving, autographs that mean something to me, I guess. So I mentioned just a minute ago the Paw Sox. Now, some of the biggest names I met there, I got these guys the same day. It was Dom DiMaggio
Oh man.
and Johnny Pesky. They came out together, and everyone was chasing the current guys. But I look over, and I'm like, hey, I know those guys. Like I was familiar with teammates, and these are Ted Williams' homeboys, man. These are his homies. Let me go say hi. So I'm like the only kid running up to these old dudes.
The pesky pole. Come on.
And I'm like, I have just index cards. I don't have vintage cards at the time, So, yeah. And we talked. I don't really remember about what it was like about, baseball. I'm in Little League and stuff, but they were really just kind gentlemen. Pesky, I saw a few more times after that, but Dom DiMaggio and Johnny Pesky, at the same time, was for a young kid. I was like, man, I just met some legends, So that was a special autograph. It's on index cards. I wish they were on card, but still special to me, So I'll probably cut these up and add it to a card someday, maybe. I don't know. Now that I'm in the cutting mood,
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that's what I did. That's all I had was like index cards, or if my dad got an autograph for me, in his office, they had index cards laying around, so he would get them to sign that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor Story just hit a home run that touched the pesky pole. It was like 302 feet.
I know.
Wouldn't have been a home run in 29 other ballparks.
No,
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
That's the only spot, man.
That's it, man. It went off the guy's glove and hit the pole. It was crazy.
Never see. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yep.
Once again, since we have Hugo here, I got to have Jose Canseco, aka San Francisco. But this one is 86 that not a lot of people talk about, but it's the 86 Fleer star stickers. And this is a PSA 9, but just,
nice.
A rookie that you don't see, or a pre-rookie, however you want to look at all that. But it's you of course see the Donruss all the time, and the others, the one with the other guy on the Fleer. But this one, just having a standalone Fleer, I always just thought was cool. And, he was the man back in the day. So,
oh yeah.
Since we showed the autograph softball from this last year,
yeah,
with the home run derby, now that he's 60 years old or whatever, it's but yeah, that one's just one that you don't see all the time, and it's one of the ones I just thought, like I said, I always collected kind of weird, obscure stuff. Now everybody's doing that, but I always just like the stuff that you didn't see all the time. So even with the junk wax, that's kind of where my mind was.
Yeah. Yeah, those
All
are
right,
fun.
I'm gonna go the two opposite ends of the spectrum here with my next two picks. So I'm gonna do an ultra modern and then a '50s card because I really
Nice.
collect it all. So we'll do the ultra modern first. I just got this one in. This is Juan Soto, who's having a monster year here for New York. But what's cool about this is a super short print image variation. I think the print run on these is maybe like around 25 or 30 copies,
Oh
period.
man.
And like
Wow.
they were just impossible. Like you would never pull this from a pack. But what's
Yeah.
really cool about it, the photo that they used here, you can tell he's kind of joking around with with other players or teammates. But if you notice, he's wearing number 44. So that's not his uniform number. He's 22.
Yeah.
This is from the 2021 All Star, like the pregame celebration and the home run derby. Hank Aaron had just passed away, like in January of that year. So all the players wore number 44 for that
Okay.
derby and all those events. And then this photo kind of represents that. So just this was dirt
Dude.
cheap, like it was $25 graded or something like that. But just a really unique photo and kind of a cool card of a modern player that I enjoy collecting.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
Cool.
Man, that's a low print run. That's amazing. But yeah, the Hank Aaron story even makes it better. So
Yeah.
that's super awesome. All right, what we got? Number 3 for Hugo.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Jose San Francisco. All right. So,
Nice.
I have a few of his autographs, and it's not anything too hard to get. You can find a nice one, but getting it in person is cool. So this is the one that I got in person
Yes.
recently, and he added the 4040 inscription. So which is really cool. And he picked this card on his own. Like after we did the
Did
four on
the
bash, I
I
just
was
laid
so
out 3
jealous.
cards on the table. I was like, pick whichever one you want to sign, and he picked this one, and it's a pretty cool one. This is 92 upper deck, I believe. Yeah,
with the
92 upper
triple, the triple
Yeah.
image.
That's it, a triple image. I guess he was fond of that because it looks like he's hitting a home run. It's a cool
Yeah.
image. So he signed that, and I was all giddy, man. I normally don't get like that, but it was
Dude,
Jose
that
San
was
Francisco,
awesome.
man. That was my guy back in the day.
Dude, the whole story with you and your mom back in the day, and then you getting to do not only do the forearm bash, but you
Yeah.
got it on film.
Yeah,
It's like it's just too awesome, man.
I know, man. It's crazy.
Gosh.
Now I'm breaking bats and stuff. It's just
I know. No,
my life has changed, man.
breaking bats. You're breaking metal bats. Anybody
Breaking
can
metal
break a bat.
bats. Crazy stuff.
That is just nuts. All right, number 3 for me. So this is obscure. I'm showing this one to see if Jim or Russ have this card. It's kind of an obscure Nolan Ryan card. So back in 2000, the Round Rock Express was at the time the Astros like AAA team. It's gone to the Rangers and it's gone through all kinds of different iterations. But they named it the Round Rock Express after Nolan Ryan. He was the principal owner in it. But I got this set at that ballpark, the minor league ballpark there in Round Rock, Texas. And at the time, Morgan Ensberg was there, and Roy Oswalt. So they would become semi big deals, over after that. But the principal owner card is in that set. So there you go. Nolan Ryan himself. There's the back.
Cool.
So Jim or Russ, if you don't have this card, you got to get it. It is an obscure Nolan Ryan. I looked on eBay. There are 3 of them. There's one guy selling a single, and there's 2 guys selling this team set. But they are hard to come by. If someone buys those 3, I don't know when you see another one. But yeah, just an obscure Nolan Ryan card that almost nobody knows about.
Huh.
But it was because he was the owner of the Round Rock Express back in 2000.
Wow.
And I went to the ballpark and bought this team set.
Oh, cool.
So super, super cool there.
Never know about it. Wow. That thing looks like it needs some ink on it, man.
I know, dude. I know.
Yeah. No, sweet
So
card.
many things I have need ink on
Yeah.
it.
It would pop.
I can't decide.
Yeah.
All right, I got a vintage baseball here from the golden era. I wanted to at least get one vintage card on the episode. So this is the 53 Bowman color Al Rosen. And this is a set I've been focusing on this year. It's been said many times, obviously it's well known, but just beautiful photography.
Beautiful photography. Yeah.
Simple design, just a really awesome copy of this. And the main reason I picked this up, he was the AL MVP in 53. Led the league in home runs, RBI, and he led the league in WAR. So I have a Warlords collection I'm building up of the WAR leader from every season, 1950 to present. So this card was just a perfect fit for that, and one that had been on my list. Just landed it recently. So
Yeah, I love that card and that
Agreed.
whole set. You know, I
just a
love the
great
70.
pose. You know, you got
It's
Yankee
just awesome.
Stadium, the facade in the background there. It's just a killer pose.
That
Yeah.
set is so awesome. The Musial, there's just so many. And you know, I love the 75 SSPC set, and it's kind of based on that. It's just that's just a great set. So yeah. Number 4, Hugo.
All right, being with talking autographs, I got to bring up TTM. When I was, last card I showed was a 92 upper deck. This 91 upper deck, Andre
Oh,
Dawson,
yeah.
was the first card I got back, TTM, as a young kid. And, you know, he was on TV, him and Rhino, you know, Cubs
Yeah.
were always on TV. I love Dawson, you know, he was just really fun to watch. And so, you know, special card that I got that back. But then last year, sometime, can't remember, it was actually this year, I was able to get one of Scott's
Mhm.
art cards autographed in person by Andre
On
Dawson.
video.
Yep. So I got to meet him. Cool guy. So it was like a full circle type thing. Got TTM in person. And, you know, being that it's now here in the hobby, the community, it was special to get it on a friend's art card, you know. So
Dude,
it
it's
just
totally.
added that much more meaning to it. And, you know, as soon as I thought, man, yeah, I might get Dawson's autograph in person, what card should I get? This immediately popped in mind. And so I was so glad to get that. And he was just a great guy, man, really friendly and just wanted, yeah, he was talking. We were having a conversation. I felt like I could have stayed longer, but I was like kind of nervous. So I just left him alone. You know? But yeah, really approachable guy. And it
Dude,
was
that
really
was
cool.
amazing.
So the Hawk,
That
man.
video, I couldn't believe that video when you made it. It's like, that is so cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool
Ah,
moment, man. Yeah.
that was an awesome moment. But yeah, that's so cool. But you teased
Scott
me.
had to have a smile on his face watching that one, I'm
I
sure.
Yeah.
know,
Oh, I
man.
texted him. I was like, dude, look what I got. He's like, what? Yeah.
I'm so glad he made that card before you had that experience because
Yeah.
that just worked out too perfect.
Yeah, and he loved it. He was looking at the car like, wow, what is this? Yeah, so pretty cool stuff.
But once again, you teed me up. It seems to happen on this show quite a bit where we kind of tee each other up. But from one animal hawk to rhino, the other big cub, I got to talk. I just got to show this again. But the one of the only one of ones I ever pulled in my life. Speaking of art cards, you teed
Yeah.
me up just perfectly. Yeah, the hawk art card. Well, here is the rhino art card. This is actual art. This is not a print. This is one of the one of ones, and the artist signs the back that you can pull or could pull in Topps Gallery. I actually pulled this from a pack that I got at Target or wherever. I think it was Target. Pulled it out of a pack. A one of one. This is the actual original art. There's only one of them. And it's cool because like a one of one parallel is neat, but it's just a parallel of the image that's on all the other cards. This one, there is nothing else. There's nothing else. So for Rhino, rest in peace, my friend. Got the autographs and then got this one a couple years back, just pulling out of a pack. Never before or since in all my 35 years of collecting ever pulled something like that. So that luck is usually reserved for someone else. But I loved it, and now it's even more meaningful now that everything else that's transpired. But and plus it's a really good one. I don't know if you've seen a lot of these. There's some artists that are better than others. And this is just such a cool, literally just a super cool piece of art. So
yeah,
I just love that the odds are like astronomical that you would even pull that in the first place, but then to have it be a player who's like so meaningful to you that actually hits home like that. I mean, that's 1 in a million, literally.
Literally 1 in a million. And it just, and I had to stare at it for a second when I pulled it because I mean, I couldn't fully grasp what it was at first. And then I realized this is one of those one of ones where the artist actually drew on this card. And I was so nervous because I had to get home without a holder, you know, like unlike Hugo. Hugo makes me so nervous watching his videos. He's got raw cards. He's outside mowing the lawn and got raw cards. It's like I'm scared to death.
Oh, I've ruined a few, but hey.
All right, I'm hoping my next one here maybe makes up for my poor performance in Immaculate Grid because it's kind of linked to a cool fact. So it's a Pedro Martinez card, and which makes sense having Hugo on here. This is a Topps Chrome all etch insert, and this is from back in the day when they actually did shiny cards well.
Real shine.
So it's kind of got the same effect as your oversized Nolan Ryan that you showed earlier. But the
Yeah.
reason I went with Pedro, so I know this may not go up for a couple days, but we're filming this on September 3rd. And I
Mhm.
found out he had two accomplishments that both occurred on September 3rd, which is kind of cool. So on September 3rd, 2007, he got his 3,000th career strikeout, which is kind of neat.
Cool.
And then 2 years later, on the same day in 2009, he became the 10th pitcher to win 100 games in both leagues.
Oh,
Um,
Oh,
so
man.
being a Red Sox guy, being one of my favorite pitchers, and then kind of randomly finding out that he had two amazing feats that both occurred on this day, had to go with a Pedro. So
Man,
dude,
awesome.
that's perfect. That's perfect. You're literally looking into the dates that we're doing stuff. That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Shane's attention to detail.
Man, Shane.
Dude,
Very-
that is awesome. All right, the last one for Hugo.
All right, I'm gonna go out with the set that I love most, the Ted Williams Car Company.
Nice.
All right, so now it's again a TTM that I was glad, just like where we started with you talking about Rhino. I was glad that I wrote to this guy, and it was from a friend here in the hobby that encouraged me to do it, and it was the Drew of Vintage Legacy. I told him my admiration for Carl Erskine. He's like, well, he's still with us, man. Like write to him, and I was like, yeah, well, I don't know, like I wasn't like really considering it, but he really put things in perspective for me. He's like, hey, you're really gonna regret it if you don't. Like you have a chance to share some of these things with them. Because he was an early guy that started FCA and stuff, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and he did a lot with Special Olympics. And these are things that I participated in FCA in the past and Special Olympics. So it's just a guy that I admired, that he used his platform in his life for a lot of good, and he was involved in so many things. When you read his life story and you watch his documentary, it's just amazing human being.
Yeah.
And he lived to be 97 years old, and he was still signing through the mail up until the end. I got this autograph on the Ted Williams Car Company
Oh yeah.
in November of 2023, and then he passed away in March the following
No
year.
way.
So,
Wow.
yeah, so I'm so glad that I got this, and it was from a friend here in the community that encouraged me to do it, and I got it on a card that it like you said, the value is not in the card itself, like the monetary value. The value is in the I was able to write a letter, written by hand, let him know my thoughts, my appreciation for him, my admiration for what he did on and off the field. And and it was just when I got this back, I was so thrilled. And now it's sitting here in my collection with and it has so much meaning, knowing that he read that letter and he signed this card. And it was just unfortunately, all good things come to an end. So when he passed, it was really sad, but he lived a good, meaningful life, and that's just a great example of a man, for people to look up to. So
Yeah,
great,
that's
great
awesome.
job by Drew. It's crazy if you waited 4 more months, you would have been making a cut auto of Carl
Yeah.
Erskine instead.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
Yeah. Super cool. Yeah, we both did something that we were supposed to do, and we got it back before it was too late.
Yep.
That's super awesome, Hugo. Last one. So last night I sent it to Shoebox, but Ryan Ripken, Cal Ripken Jr.'s son, who did play for a little while, and I do have an autograph, Bowman Chrome, rookie card, all that kind of stuff. But he has a podcast that's pretty popular, especially in Baltimore. It's very Baltimore centric, but still, I just love baseball, so I listen a lot. But he goes on YouTube a lot, but he never can get his dad on. His dad's too busy and famous and all that. Well, finally last night they did part one, and they're going to do a part two. So he actually got Cal Senior on and or Cal Junior on his dad, and they talked about Senior and a bunch of different stories. But they had gone through some boxes together and found a bunch of stuff. Cal Ripken found his 82 glove, his 83 glove. He found the ball that he caught for that last out in the World Series in 83.
Oh, wow.
Cal says that's his favorite memorabilia period, is that ball.
Yeah.
And so it just really cool. But they were, just talking about his career and all the crazy stuff. It just got me. I mean, I was going to watch it no matter what. But
Yeah.
I watch Ryan. I mean, what a perfect name for me, Ryan Ripken. I mean, I, I don't know if he named him after Nolan, but I'll
Oh,
take it. It's a perfect name. But
yeah.
but yeah, I do watch him quite a bit. Just talk about baseball and all kinds of stuff. But he finally had the big one with his dad last night. It was just super enjoyable watching that. So it made me think of this. But this is super rare. But 1981. This is a postcard team issue by the Orioles. So it's a year before his rookie card. This is the first image of Cal in a major league uniform of anything ever.
Wow. Cool.
But the thing is, this is probably the nicest copy on planet Earth. I got super lucky to get this from, and I have the team set. This isn't one of the reprints or anything. But there's some people that lived in Baltimore and had tons of stuff from 80, 81, 82 in that era. And I saw they had this, and I had that old one that I gave away on one of my giveaways, but it had some water damage. But I had one of these for a long time. The PSA 4, I don't think they grade them anymore. That's another thing. So I
Ooh.
don't know. I have to check and see if SGC does. But the PSA 4 is $1,000 on eBay right now.
Phew.
But it's 81. So normally you're looking at his Rochester cards in 81.
Yeah.
But this is actually the major league team photo. And they're just super rare, but they don't come mint like this. These people kept it since 81.
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely beautiful. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
just super young Ripken, just the eyes beaming there. Just, who knew what he would become? He was about to be Rookie of the Year, MVP, and World Series all
Yeah.
in the next 2 years, and then an MVP again, and the streak and everything else.
Yeah.
But this was before all that. So this is like a pre-rookie card. I really want to get it slabbed. It would be the best copy there is. And it's something, like I said, I had that other one forever. It was one of my favorite items, period. Just the one that was water stained, just because I had one.
Yeah.
But if SGC or anybody, of course, SGC could be going away. Who knows? But I need to find out if I can get this legitimately slabbed. That's why it's in this type of holder, or else I would have it in something else. And of course, it's a large size compared to a standard card.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things in my entire collection.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
It is.
All right, I figured this would be an appropriate one to close it out because it's kind of something you'll both appreciate. So it's a buyback. I wanted to get
Nice.
one standard buyback in here. I know you guys have both grown to like those as well.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got a Houston connection, and it's one of the bigger buybacks that I've never shown. Yeah, I didn't know Hugo was going to bust out the binder, so that makes this even more
That cover
perfect.
is awesome.
It's a pretty big one. I couldn't believe I almost fell off my chair when this surfaced on eBay. Never knew if one existed or not, but it's the
Oh man,
Joe Morgan shared rookie card from
Joe.
1965 Topps, and it's a 2016 65th anniversary buyback. I mean, it's actually even in pretty good shape. It's pretty well centered, kind of a crisp copy, and it has to be the only one that exists, or at least I've never seen another one. So,
dude, Joe Morgan buyback rookie. It doesn't get any better than that.
No.
That's
unbelievable. Yep.
dude.
Wow.
I mean that in the Fidrich. I mean those are like dream cards for me. Y'all both have them.
Crazy, man. Man,
That's just insane.
I mean, Shane's got some insane stuff, man. That's just one of many, really. You got the Brian, and I mean,
yeah, Ryan's ridiculous
stuff. It's just wild stuff. But Joe Morgan, and the stamp is on the right side. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They didn't put it right over Joe's face or something. Yeah.
That's important, Like, I've passed on some because the stamp is like right on the dude's face. I'm like, I can't,
Right on the main. It's sometimes right on the main guy's face. And
Yeah,
it's like, what are you doing? It could be a leader card with like 5 guys, and it's right on the big one. It's like,
yeah.
I don't
So
get it.
That's part of the chase too, just finding one with the right stamp, like on the right location, spot. So
honestly, that was a rookie card that I had on my eventually pick it up list. But now that I have that copy, I don't think I'll even bother seeking out a normal one.
Yeah, once you have the buyback, man, you can't really top that.
I've done the same thing. I've gone from just wanting a high grade of something, but if I find a buyback instead, that becomes my copy. I don't need the high grade one after that.
Yeah,
it's just,
I mean, even autographed. Like I'm sure that card's been autographed many times by Joe Morgan and the other player. I forget who the other guy is, but
Sonny Jackson.
Yeah, so Jackson probably does probably a dual auto out there, or maybe just Joe Morgan, which is great, you know. But
Yeah.
a buyback, that's the only one we'll probably ever see. You know?
Yeah, it's just a great way to differentiate a card. Like you said, it could be an autograph or an O-Pee-Chee version or Topps Venezuela. So the buybacks, same concept, just something to make it unique.
Yeah.
It's very unique and very rare. And I know, Shane, you like the it's been pack pulled twice aspect of it as well. That's another neat thing that I really never had thought about until you started talking about it.
Yeah, 50.
But
This is a 2016 buyback. So, two collectors pulled this out of a pack, 50 years apart from each other, which is just
yes,
really, really
Yeah.
cool.
a long time.
Yeah, and best second baseman of all time, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I would say.
up
Yeah.
there,
Yep.
100 career WAR, and just played for Houston,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, most people agree he's number one there, unless you go way back. But
Right.
yeah, that is super awesome. But that is everything we had. Guys, this flew by too fast.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
This is so much fun hanging with two of my favorite guys in the whole world, not just the hobby. I really appreciate you joining us, Hugo, as well.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, man. This is a thrill. What a blast, man. You guys are awesome.
This was awesome. I love you guys to death. Shane, do you have any last words about anything?
No, I just want to apologize one last time to Hugo for my Immaculate Grid performance. But,
Hey,
that aside, I think this might be my
together,
favorite
bro.
episode we've done yet. I knew it would be a blast having Hugo on here, and it certainly panned out that way. So
Yeah, Hugo
this was
did
great.
not disappoint, and it allowed him to showcase his skills with Immaculate Grid, though. So
Yeah.
that
Oh, it was terrible. Sorry, man. I was like, hey, I don't know. Normally those things I do all right, but the pressure was on, man. I buckled under the pressure.
Well,
we'll do a rematch in the future. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to, man.
I am 1-0. Next time we do it, we'll pick a Red Sox square somewhere in that grid. So.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. Seriously, love you guys to death. You know that. Y'all are the best. So God bless everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you for watching out there. Thank you guys for joining me. We'll see you later.
Thanks, fellas. See you later.